Have you ever looked back at someone you once liked and thought, wait, what was I even thinking? Seriously, at that time, they felt perfect. Your heart was racing every time they texted. You ignored every red flag like it was a decoration. Then, months later, you wonder if your brain had simply taken a vacation. So why does this happen? Why do smart people fall for the wrong people again and again? Is love really blind? Or does our mind play tricks on us? Let's find out. We've all been there. Maybe it was the person who replied once every 3 days, but somehow you still smiled every time your phone buzzed. Or maybe it was someone who promised the world but couldn't even remember your birthday. Funny how we can remember every sweet thing they said, but somehow forget all the times they made us cry. Our brain deserves an award for selective memory. The first reason we fall for the wrong people is simple. We don't fall in love with who they are. We fall in love with who we think they could become. Maybe they're rude today, but they'll change. Maybe they don't care now, but they'll realize your value. Maybe they're emotionally unavailable, but your love will magically fix everything. Spoiler alert, love is not a software update. You can't install kindness into someone who doesn't want it. Many of us don't date reality. We date potential, and potential looks amazing until real life shows up. The second reason is loneliness. Let's be honest, loneliness is sneaky. It can convince us that almost any attention is love. Someone sends, "Good morning." Suddenly, you're planning your wedding playlist. Okay, maybe that's a little dramatic, but you get the point. When we feel emotionally empty, even small acts of kindness can feel much bigger than they actually are. It's like shopping when you're hungry. Everything looks delicious, even things you normally wouldn't touch. The same thing happens with relationships. When we're desperate to feel loved, we stop asking one important question. Is this person actually right for me? Instead, we ask, please don't leave. That's a dangerous place to be. Think about it. Fireworks are beautiful, but they only last a few seconds. A warm fireplace isn't as flashy, but it keeps you warm all night. Sometimes we're addicted to emotional roller coasters. One day they're sweet, the next day they disappear. Then suddenly they come back with one cute message. Your emotions go up, then down, then up again. Strangely, our brain can mistake this emotional chaos for deep love, because uncertainty creates excitement, and excitement feels powerful. But peace? Peace can feel boring if you're used to drama. That's why healthy love sometimes feels unfamiliar, not because it's wrong, but because it's calm. Here's another big reason. We often chase people who remind us of our past. Without realizing it, we look for familiar feelings, not necessarily healthy ones, just familiar ones. If you grew up constantly trying to earn love, you may unknowingly choose partners who make you keep proving yourself. You think, if I can make this person love me, then I'll finally feel worthy. But love shouldn't feel like passing an impossible exam. You shouldn't have to earn basic respect. You're not applying for a job, you're building a relationship. Sometimes we also ignore red flags because we don't want to start over. Starting over is scary. Meeting new people feels exhausting. Learning someone's favorite food all over again, that's a lot of work. So we stay. Not because we're happy, but because we're comfortable with the familiar pain. It's strange how humans work. We fear change so much that we sometimes choose guaranteed unhappiness over uncertain happiness. Another trap is confusing attention with effort. Some people are really good at talking. They know exactly what to say. They promise trips you'll never take, future plans that never happen, endless "I miss you" messages. But when you actually need them, silence. Words are easy. Consistency is rare. Anyone can say, "I'll always be there." The real question is, were they there? Actions speak louder than words. And unlike words, actions don't need good grammar. Let's also talk about social media. These days, relationships online often look perfect. Cute photos, matching outfits, vacation videos, perfect smiles. But remember, people usually post their best moments. Nobody uploads the argument that happened 5 minutes before taking the picture. Comparing your real relationship to someone else's highlight reel is like comparing your kitchen to a cooking show. It's not the full story. Now here's something important. Falling for the wrong person doesn't mean you're foolish. It means you're human. Every relationship teaches something. Some teach us how to love. Others teach us what never to accept again. Both lessons matter. Pain isn't something we ask for, but sometimes it becomes the teacher we never knew we needed. Eventually, you start noticing patterns. You stop chasing mixed signals. You stop begging for basic communication. You stop confusing anxiety with love. And slowly, your standards become stronger than your loneliness. That's when everything begins to change. The right person won't leave you guessing every single day. You won't need detective skills just to understand how they feel. Love shouldn't feel like solving a mystery with missing clues. The healthiest relationships usually aren't the loudest ones. They're often the quietest. They're built on honesty, respect, patience, trust, not constant confusion. And here's the truth that many people learn a little too late. The right person isn't someone who makes you question your worth. They're someone who reminds you of it. So if you've ever fallen for the wrong person, don't be embarrassed. Don't think you wasted your time. Think of it as paying tuition to the school of life. Yes, the fees were expensive. Yes, the homework was emotionally exhausting. But hopefully, you graduated a little wiser. Because every heartbreak teaches you something your comfort zone never could. And maybe the biggest lesson isn't learning how to find the right person. Maybe it's learning how to stop settling for the wrong one. So next time someone enters your life, don't just ask yourself, do I like them? Ask something even more important. Do I like who I become when I'm with them? That one question might save you months, or even years, of heartbreak. If the answer makes you feel peaceful, respected, and free to be yourself, you're probably walking in the right direction. Because real love doesn't make you shrink. It helps you grow. And sometimes, the best relationship you'll ever build is the one where you finally choose yourself first.
Hey guys, hope you are enjoying the content today. We have many more amazing animations coming up. So don't forget to like and subscribe.